"I can't live like this anymore, Jacob." Her voice was cold. Jacob looked at the crying baby in his arms and the leaking roof above them. "Please, we can fix this together," he begged, but she shook her head and said, "I'm tired of being poor." And just like that, she walked away with a wealthy man, leaving behind her husband, her baby, and his elderly mother-in-law. That night, the house felt painfully empty. The baby cried for its mother while Jacob sat on the floor holding his child, tears running down his face. He didn't dream of riches. He only wanted a simple life, a safe home for his son, and peace for his aging mother. A few days later, his old mother quietly handed him a dusty book and said softly, "Son, sometimes life breaks you so it can rebuild you stronger." Jacob read that book the entire night, and the next morning he walked to the market and bought a few fruit seedlings. He planted them behind the house and cared for them every single day. The sun was harsh, money was tight, and neighbors laughed at him, saying fruit trees would never change his life, but Jacob refused to quit. Months passed, and those tiny seedlings slowly grew into strong trees full of sweet fruit. He started selling the fruit at a small stand in the market. At first, only a few people stopped, but soon the line grew longer every day. Then, one afternoon, a businessman tasted one apple, paused for a moment, and said in surprise, "These are the best fruits I've ever had." Then he looked at Jacob and said, "From today, you're my business partner." Years later, Jacob owned a beautiful house and a successful fruit business, and his son had the life he once prayed for. But one day, someone knocked on the door. It was his wife. The rich man she left with had abandoned her. She ran toward her child with tears in her eyes, but Jacob gently pulled the boy back and said calmly, "You left us when we had nothing, so you can't return now that we have everything." And he quietly closed the door. Because sometimes the people who abandon you in your worst days don't deserve a place in your best ones. If you agree, comment loyalty.